Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, today I am on the promenade heading towards Central Pier. Season, but the trains aren't up, so we can go down here. Sea looks like it's on its way out. Seagulls walking about there. Look at that, they're probably hoping for a few fish. Well, there's been a few rough days of tide, you can tell from the way the sand is all around here. Look, wow. So let's take a little walk along here. There's a ton of sand and driftwood. I always wonder where the driftwood comes from. Now, obviously I know it's part of a tree, it comes from trees, but where do these actual tree limbs come from? How do they get in the water? And pieces like that, how do they get in the water? Are they part of an old ship? Or are they just random bits of wood that's ended up in the water? But how do all these tree limbs get in the water? Are they just trees that line rivers and they fall into the rivers and they get washed into the sea? And if that's the case, what river do they come from? I mean, it's probably the river Ribble at some point, because that's a logical guess. But everything's connected, so technically they could come from anywhere. So I'm not sure. And look, it's weird, there's no sand here on this bit. There's all that stuff that's there. And as we walk past here, it's like 7 maids with 7 mops who've swept everything clear. Anyway, let's head on towards Central Pier, and we're going to go under Central Pier, and we're going to take a look everywhere and just walk past. I do enjoy just watching the sea and listening to the waves. There is a bit of a breeze in the air, but it's not really super windy. It's actually a really calm day. But it's a nice day to be filming. It is my day off work today, so I'm just kind of chilling, having a walk about. Then I'm going to go into town. Got to get a little bit of shopping in. Nothing really essential. I want to get some talc, and I want to get a couple more syrups for the soda stream, because my daughter bought us a soda stream for Christmas. And yeah, I'm going to get some Pepsi syrup, some talc, and maybe some more cereal. But I don't have any actual essentials that I need to get. I'm just kind of deviating and giving you guys a nice peaceful pleasant walk, almost at the water's edge. Just get to hear the sounds of the sea, which is nice. It's crazy to think now it's almost the end of January, then once we get February over with, we're getting towards March, and then we're heading on towards Easter. I mean, it's like the years and the months and the weeks, everything just goes so flipping fast. Because it's like once Easter's gone, it's like, get ready for summer. Right, got to keep my eyes on where my feet are going now, because I don't want to trip over anything. I think we'll go through here. Oh, my battery light's flashing, so I've got a few minutes of battery power left. Probably about 10 minutes from this battery, but I do have a spare battery in my bag. But you can see me all there. If I was a photographer, I would take a picture of that. It's nice to know that I can walk across that, under that beam, more or less without ducking. I actually do have to duck slightly. That's it. We're leaving the underside of the pier now. Just going to take a look at the structure as we've had. Look at these gigantic old big bolts riveted into there like that. Crazy to think that this was all put together by people just working hard on the beach, and I always think about the main foundations going in to making the pier, or I should say constructing the pier. Let me be careful on this bit. And all these people would have been working against the tide, because obviously they wouldn't have done the whole thing in one day. It would have taken a good while, so they would have got a few bits in, gone home for the day. The tide comes in and out a couple of times, and you're always working with the tide. So yeah, eventually they got the piers up, and over there, looking very distant, it's not even that far away, but in my video camera lens it looks distant. Let's zoom in a bit. We've got North Pier, and when North Pier was being built, it was supposed to be a lot shorter, that's not the wrong word, less height. I'm trying to think of the right word. Shorter, but it doesn't sound like the right word. It was supposed to be a metre or so shorter, less tall than what it was. It's probably an obvious word to describe that, but my lack of brain, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, oh, look at that, that's a nice shot, isn't it? That's really pretty. Yeah, and then somebody suggested, like, you need to make it a bit higher, because we worked out that on the highest of tides, the pier's going to get pretty much demolished if the deck is so low. Higher. Yeah, they were going to make the height lower, but then they decided to make it higher at the last minute, which was good, because sometimes when you watch the really stormy weather on North Pier, you can see how close the waves are getting to the deck, and if the deck was lower, yeah, the pier would be pretty much gone. I mean, look what ended up happening to the jetty. I remember walking down the jetty as a kid. It was mainly just used when I was little, just for fishermen. Although I do remember a brief amount of time when they had helicopter rides, pleasure flights taking off from the end of the jetty. That was a thing for a while. But yeah, mainly it was just for fishing, and I remember walking across it, but eventually they just had to take it down because it wasn't safe. Well, there's loads more driftwood here getting washed in. Look, there's a gigantic log there coming in. You see that? Although I do think the tide's going out now, because the splash zone here is higher. That tells me the tide's probably going out. There's all these things here that have just been left. So yeah, where does all this wood come from? Where do you think it all originates from? Where do you think the trees are? Are they somewhere close, like on the banks of the Ribble? Or could they have just come from anywhere in the world? I do like that sky. Just kind of has a pretty aesthetic to it. Well, anyway guys, I think I'm gonna head off this prom now and up onto the higher part of the prom. So I am going to finish this video because I've got to get into town and do my bits of shopping. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next one. Goodbye.